Everyone thinks Megamind has one Superman clone. It actually has three. The obvious one quits, the replacement becomes a monster, and the villain somehow becomes the closest thing to Superman the movie ever gives us. That's what makes Megamind so much smarter than people remember. It isn't making fun of Superman, it's dissecting him. It takes one of the most iconic superheroes ever created and asks a surprisingly uncomfortable question. If you strip away the cape, the muscles, the laser vision, and the flight, what's actually left? Because by the end of this movie, the character who best represents Superman is the one who never had Kryptonian powers at all. And once you notice that, Megamind stops being just another animated superhero comedy. It becomes one of the smartest Superman stories ever made. Metroman. Superman without choice. If I asked you to picture Superman, chances are you'd imagine someone who looks almost exactly like Metroman. Bright colors, flowing cape, perfect jawline, a smile that could probably sell toothpaste. DreamWorks wasn't exactly subtle here. Metroman is basically Superman, or at least that's what they want you to think. His origin practically copies Clark Kent beat for beat, an alien child, a dying homeworld, parents who send him to Earth, incredible powers, an entire city that loves him. The only major difference happens the moment his spaceship lands. Clark Kent lands in rural Kansas. Metroman lands in a luxurious suburban home. That tiny difference changes everything. Clark grows up learning to hide his gifts. Metroman grows up performing them. Even in school, he isn't pretending to be normal. He's flying around the classroom before recess, using laser vision during class, showing off because everyone expects him to. Imagine being born naturally better than everyone else at everything. You never lose, you never struggle. People cheer before you've even accomplished anything. At first, that sounds like paradise, but there's a psychological trap hiding underneath it. Psychologists call it hedonic adaptation. The idea is simple. No matter how extraordinary your life becomes, eventually, it becomes normal. Winning the lottery eventually feels ordinary. Owning a mansion eventually feels ordinary. Even saving lives can become ordinary. That's Metroman's real superpower. Not flight, not strength, routine. Every single day probably looked exactly the same. Wake up, stop Megamind, smile for the cameras, wave at babies, repeat, again and again and again. Eventually, even being Earth's greatest hero starts feeling less like a calling and more like clocking into work. Here's where Megamind does something almost no Superman story dares to ask. What happens when Superman gets burned out? Not defeated, not corrupted, just tired. The movie's biggest twist isn't that Metroman dies, it's that he doesn't. When Megamind fires the death ray, Metroman uses his super speed to step outside of time. And what does the fastest man alive do with unlimited time? Fight harder, save more people? No, he goes for a walk, he flies a kite, he reads self-help books, he eats, he thinks. He has what might be the fastest midlife crisis in cinematic history. That scene completely redefines his character, because Metroman realizes something heartbreaking. Everyone else in Metro City gets to choose who they become. The baker chooses to bake. The musician chooses to perform. The teacher chooses to teach. Metroman, he never chose anything. From the second he landed on Earth, the world had already decided his purpose. Imagine every adult in your life telling you exactly who you are before you even understand yourself. Not because you're a bad person, not because you're a good person, simply because of the power you inherited. That's not freedom. That's a sentence. Some people criticize Metroman for abandoning the city, but notice what he doesn't do. He doesn't become a dictator, he doesn't take revenge, he doesn't claim that somebody owed him, he simply leaves. The first truly selfish thing Metroman ever does is choosing his own life. Ironically, that might also be the most human thing he ever does. But that creates a new problem, because if Superman walks away, someone has to replace him. Unfortunately, Megamind picks the worst possible candidate. Titan. Superman without empathy. Hal Stewart starts this movie looking completely harmless. He's awkward, nervous, invisible, the kind of guy people barely notice. And that's exactly why he's dangerous. There's a saying that power reveals character. Megamind argues something even scarier. Power amplifies character and removes consequences. The second Hal receives Metroman's DNA, he becomes everything Superman physically is. He can fly, lift buildings, fire lasers. He's basically Superman with a different logo. But within minutes, something feels wrong. Notice what's missing. Clark Kent gets powers and asks, "How can I help?" Hal gets powers and asks, "How can this help me?" Same abilities, totally different question. That difference changes everything. Hal doesn't want to save people, he wants rewards. Specifically, Roxanne. And that's where the movie quietly exposes one of the ugliest mindsets imaginable: entitlement. Hal genuinely believes becoming powerful should automatically make Roxanne love him, as if super strength somehow replaces personality. When she rejects him, he doesn't question himself, he questions reality. "You're supposed to be with me." That single line tells you everything. To Hal, love isn't a choice, it's a prize. One he's convinced he's earned. Psychologists often describe this as a vulnerable narcissism. Not loud confidence, the opposite. Deep insecurity mixed with an overwhelming belief that the world owes you something. People often imagine villains becoming evil because of power. Hal was already heading there, the powers just removed the speed limit. Watch what happens after his rejection. He refuses to accept Roxanne's choice. His hurt turns into sadistic tyranny. Finally, he threatens everybody and proclaims himself the new ruler. He doesn't become Superman, he becomes exactly what Superman was created to stop. And here's the genius. DreamWorks never changes the powers, only the person. Because powers don't automatically create responsibility. They amplify what's already there. Give compassion infinite strength. You get Superman. Give entitlement infinite strength. You get Titan. That's why Metroman never became a tyrant despite quitting. Because underneath the cape, Metroman was still decent, Hal wasn't. One of the smartest details is that Megamind accidentally proves his own misunderstanding. He thought heroes were created by powers, so he gave someone powers. Problem solved. Except it wasn't. Because heroism was never inside the DNA. It was inside the person, and that's a lesson Megamind himself is about to learn, the hard way. Megamind, Superman without superpowers. Here's the twist hiding in plain sight. Megamind starts this movie with almost the exact same origin as Superman. Alien child, dying planet, escape pod, arrival on Earth. It should have been Clark Kent's story. Instead, he lands inside a prison. And unlike Metroman, without any superpowers. One crash landing changes everything. Metroman grows up hearing, "You're awesome." Megamind grows up hearing, "You're the bad guy." And eventually, he starts believing it. Psychologists have a term called labeling theory. Treat someone as something long enough, and they'll often become it. Megamind isn't born evil, he performs evil. Because everyone expects him to. Think about his crimes, they're theatrical, ridiculous, overly dramatic. He builds giant robots, creates elaborate speeches, invents absurd gadgets. Half the time he's less interested in winning than putting on a good show. It's almost like villainy is a stage performance. Then something unexpected happens. He wins, Metroman disappears. The hero is gone. The city belongs to him, and he's miserable. That might be the funniest joke in the movie. The villain finally conquers the world, only to realize he never actually wanted it, because Megamind didn't need power, he needed purpose. His entire identity depended on having someone to fight. Without Metroman, he doesn't know who he is. That's why he creates Titan. He isn't trying to save the city, he's trying to restore meaning to his own life, and that decision nearly destroys everything. For the first time, Megamind has to face a villain who isn't playing the game. Titan isn't interested in dramatic speeches. He isn't interested in clever plans. He just wants control. Suddenly, Megamind becomes the underdog. No super strength, no flight, no laser vision. Just intelligence, adaptability, and something even more important, responsibility. This is where the movie quietly transforms him. In psychological terms, it's a form of resilience and agency. Megamind refuses to let his circumstances define his final choice. Nobody asks Megamind to save Metro City. Nobody expects him to. In fact, most people still hate him. If he walked away, no one could really blame him. But he doesn't. He stays. Not because he'll finally be accepted, not because he'll become famous, simply because someone has to do it. That's the exact moment he becomes Superman. Not biologically, morally. Think about the final battle. Megamind isn't stronger than Titan, he's smarter. He improvises. He risks his own life. He refuses to let innocent people suffer for a mistake he created. That isn't just heroism, that's accountability. And maybe that's the biggest difference between him and Metroman. Metroman walked away from responsibility, Megamind accepted it. One stepped away from being a hero. The other chose to become one. Without powers, without destiny, without anyone believing he could. That's a far more difficult choice, and arguably a far more heroic one. By the end of Megamind, DreamWorks has quietly taken Superman apart and rebuilt him 3 different ways. Metroman asks, what happens when unlimited power loses its purpose? Titan asks, what happens when unlimited power falls into the wrong hands? Megamind asks, what happens when someone with no powers chooses responsibility anyway? 3 Supermen, 3 answers. But only one understands what Superman truly is about. Not strength, not flight, not laser vision, choice. Because anyone can be born powerful. Anyone can inherit incredible abilities. But choosing to do the right thing, especially when nobody expects you to, that's the part that actually makes Superman, Superman. And that's why the true Superman in Megamind is the blue outsider who never wore the cape.